everybody, Jillian here to share a brand new Bible journaling process video using this set from the Print and Pray shop by Brave Little Tailor. It's called Treasure, and I printed them on transparency paper. I changed the print settings on my printer so that it printed optimally for the transparency paper. And so I'm just cutting out two different elements here. I decided to go with the one that said King of My Heart, although the one that said You're Never Gonna Let Me Down may have been a better option for this page. I love this sheet with all the gemstones on it, and I was just testing it out here because I thought it would make a good full page insert if you were to use it like a clear cut from the clear cuts pad or something like that. But for today's entry, I am going to fussy cut some gems, and you can see them up there at the top. I am practicing my brush strokes here. Not sure what it is, but I just get generally nervous about painting on my page with a paintbrush, and so I'm just trying to get an idea of how much surface area this brush is going to cover. So I pulled an aqua acrylic paint from my stash to try and match the colors that are in this set, and then I took this mint color acrylic paint and layered over the aqua just to make it a little more interesting and to tone it down a bit. And so that's actually going to be where I do my journaling for this entry. So to help speed up the drying process, I put my heat tool to it and just help that dry. I'm showing you the backside here so you can get an idea of what it looks like on the backside of the page. There's absolutely no bleed through, maybe a little shadowing. So I am using the Illustrated Faith roller adhesive to get these pieces down. They are on transparency paper, which means that you can see the adhesive through them, but it's certainly not going to be the first thing that you notice when you look at this page. You're going to see all these beautiful gemstones in the margin. And so I'm getting an idea of where I want them before I commit to gluing them down. So I'm kind of like staging them on the page. And then once I get that figured out, I'm going to go ahead and glue each one down. Now, I really like having things go off the edge of my page. I think it gives it like a nice frame. And so what I do once I get them all down is just turn the page over, and then I can easily trim off the excess, like what's hanging over, with my pair of scissors. I decided to keep the pink gemstone at the top and not trim off the excess because I was thinking about maybe using that as a tab or something where I could put some wordfetti and just let that be like a tab for my page. So I went to the wordfetti from Elaine Davis, that's in the Print and Pray shop. After I looked through it, I found this piece that said Father, which is what I'm going to be journaling about today. But it was too large for the gemstone. It didn't quite fit, so I ended up deciding to just trim off the top of that pink gemstone there, and then I ended up not using a tab at all for this page. But I wanted to leave it in there to maybe give you guys an idea if that's something that you would like to try. So I'm in Jeremiah 46 verse 28 for this entry, and I've been reading through the book of Jeremiah. I'm almost done, but this verse is God speaking through the prophet Jeremiah, and this is what it says. Do not be afraid, Jacob my servant. Do not be dismayed, Israel. I will surely save you out of a distant place, your descendants from the land of their exile. Jacob will again have peace and security, and no one will make him afraid. Do not be afraid, Jacob my servant, for I am with you, declares the Lord. Though I completely destroy all the nations among which I scatter you, I will not completely destroy you. I will discipline you, but only in due measure. I will not let you go entirely unpunished. As I'm reading through the prophet Jeremiah, which is literally ancient history, two things have really jumped out at me. It's really cool how I've seen God kind of reveal different aspects of his character to me while I'm reading this. The first is his just magnificence as creator and the power that he has over his creation. And the second, in this instance, is we see him here as a father, reassuring, comforting, and disciplining, which are all things that a parent would do, right? So I simply wrote here, I've learned so much about who you are, Lord, while reading. And then I think I meant to write the book of Jeremiah, but for some reason I didn't. And then I wrapped it up with, you are a good father. So one last thing I'm doing here after I added date stamp is I'm taking the .65 journaling pen and I'm adding some dots in between the empty spaces of the gemstones. I'm kind of echoing something that Taylor did in this relief, and so I thought I would just mimic it and help fill in some of the blank spaces. And that's it. Here is a finished look at the page along with a couple of close-ups. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to check out all of the new printable releases in the Print and Pray shop, illustratedfaith.com/shop. See you soon.